Hello and welcome back to Kerbal Space Ram. It's been quite a while since I've done a plane review thing, and yeah, it's been too long. You know what? I had something I was going to mention. Oh, you know what? Forget what I was going to mention. Instead, I'll mention the fact that I've actually released 2 more games yesterday. I've released 1 game. I've released some like prototypes slash demos slash showed off some things before, but I actually flat out released 2 more games yesterday. There was this game jam going on called Twiny Jam, and it's word-based games using a application called Twine, and so they're not the best for making a video of, and plus the things I made were, well, one of them's really an experiment, the other is an actual game, but it's such a short game that it would be completely ruined by me making a video of it. I was kind of thinking about doing a video of the games from the Twiny Jam, but I doubt I could really make a good video out of it because it is mostly text, so it would just be me reading things and then clicking buttons and then being upset when certain games are coded in such a way where you really have to play them for a while and play them multiple times even to kind of find all the paths and really experience it. But that's neither here nor there, because here is this plane that I'm supposed to be reviewing, and there is outside where I will be reviewing it. Fucking fake clouds, those aren't real, it's making me sad. I never look outside the SPH normally, so it's making me really sad when I look out there right now. Today we're here to review planes. I've already said that like twice or 3 times now. This is by Jason. If you remember, I reviewed the VTOL Mark Weird before, but this is the VTOL Mark Weird Mark II, which I just noticed it's got Mark twice, which is kind of like okay. So 2/3 and a line throttle for takeoff. I would call it a notch, but whatever, because it is a notch. But that's just differences in wording. Intake, engines, the bay. Although why you'd close the bay when that's our only engine is something that I don't really understand. Well, I guess if you're landed? No, but this doesn't... Hold on, what are our landing gear? Like, do we just not have landing gear on this? That's cool. That's cool. I think we're using the cargo bay as landing gear, which is kind of funny and awesome. Anyhow, we also have some bombs that can be deployed with 9. We have abort chutes. Oh, abort to activate parachutes. G for gear. Oh, so there are landing gear somewhere. They're just like embedded in here, I'm guessing, somewhere. What is that just part of... That's just part of that model? Hold on, I'm really confused by the way that looks right now. Oh, that's the way he's added some extra fuel in there and whatnot. Okay. And stage for explosions. Alright. Not exactly a plane, is it? But I think it shall be lag for a moment as it loads in. It shall be fun regardless. Wow, that is crazy. Okay, so what's our gear? Oh my god, what? You can't be serious. We're using antenna as landing gear. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Really? Really? Because that just does not seem safe at all. Like, why? That sounds like a terrible idea. Also slightly hilarious when you fold it up and put it down and stuff. Oh, some collision effects, yes. Wonderful. I'm actually gonna drop the bombs now. Oh, yes, damage effects thinks that something broke when really it was supposed to separate. Poor damage effects. You get confused easily, don't you? Alright, and I'm supposed to stage for explosions. I'm guessing that fires these, and I'm guessing they fire... Yep, they're little, like, disc missiles. As you can see, they fire... Oh, okay, they're individual staged. Awesome. And now we can lift off, with the wonderful damage effects still showing. Maybe I should take those out of my normal roster for, you know, damage effects in doing plane reviews, because they're really not helping. Alright, that's not the right button. I accidentally hit gear. What I meant to hit was 3, maybe? Yes, it was 3. Let's watch what happens when we close the cargo bay. I'm assuming that we're just going to suddenly lose our ability to go up. But the fact that he mentioned specifically that there's a button to close that makes me think I'm wrong. However, I am now rapidly falling, which makes me think I am right. Which is, Why would you have an action? I guess when you're on the ground, because you have those weird landing gear and you can do that. So I guess that's what it's for, but it doesn't make too much sense. I do like this craft. It's very minimal, but it's got substantial crew capacity, actually. It's got a nice look to it. It's not really a plane, it's, you know, pure VTOL thing. It's like a helicopter without the rotating spinny bits, I guess you could say. Although why you'd say that, I don't know. Let's not crash into the ground horribly, thank you. It's funny because I can just fly it backwards. It's also kind of slightly unfortunate that it's kind of hard to tell which way's the front and which way's the back, because I mean, how else would I freaking I don't know which way is the front and back necessarily because of that, which is unfortunate. Hold on. Yes. I was hitting the wrong button because of that very problem that I was just discussing about not knowing which way is the front or the back. And I imagine it would be a very slow and tedious process to land this thing, which is why I'm going to just flip it over instead. Because this is the quick way down. Okay, I'm gonna survive this at least. I'm not gonna guarantee a safe landing, but I will survive the landing. Alright, now to watch that explode. And I think we'll do one more launch real fast just so I can actually drop the bombs from altitude rather than right on the ground when we start. And bounce, activate engines, turn on SAS, turn it back off and on again, and let's go ahead and fire all the missiles to reduce weight. Enjoy the lag and how quickly you can stage, because, you know, it's like that. Oh my god, I just realized I still need to clear out the freaking reduced part count truck, because that causes massive lag. Also, there's a thing called the Fast and Tiny over there, which isn't really causing... Well, actually, yeah, it's causing a bit of lag too. I mean, not as much, definitely not as much, but it is causing lag as well. And the fact that I still have them sitting around here is terrible. And I was wondering why the game was being a bit slow, and now I realize why. It's because we're going backwards. No, it's not. That was dumb of me. I'm gonna shut up now, and just lift things up, and there we go. Now to close the bay partially, and then drop the bombs, and then open the bay back up. And now we can enjoy the pretty effects of fire and death as the bombs land on each other, and then land on the ground far below. Well, not that far below, but, you know, sort of. They're taking a while to land. Can you guys explode already, please? There we go. Very nice. Let's move on to the next craft to review today. So, this is the Hades. The person who sent this in told me very carefully how to pronounce their name, so I'm gonna purposely say it really wrong. No, it's Giraffe88, which is like Drafffie. Yeah, it's kind of a weird nonsense word, or maybe it's a real word. I'm sorry if it's a real word. So, don't change it, it's been tested. VTOL, okay. Forward thrust, okay. And it will never spin out. Oh, okay, so there's two versions that are the same plane. The BD Armory one's called the Zeus. Okay, so first I'm gonna fly this one, and I'm gonna try to screw things up horribly because you say that it's fine. Normally I just play around and see what happens, but because you specifically are like, it's perfectly fine, it's not gonna horribly mess up, I want to horribly mess up. Alright, here we are already rolling on the runway. I forgot that I was supposed to keep it at its default starting thrust to do a VTOL, but oh well, not gonna worry about that. Let's find out. 2 is the rear engines, so we don't want those on. 1 is the VTOL engines, so we do want those on. And I know I'm at a higher thrust level than he said to hover, but that's just because I want to take off quicker, and also actually take off, not hover. Oh, that was beautiful. I'm very much liking the... I just scraped the wing on the ground there for a moment. I'm very much liking the controllability here. Very much liking how quickly I can maneuver it around and do stupid things like this. Very nice. Very fun to fly. Let's go ahead and toggle on the rear engines. And do a weird sort of turn, almost crash into the ground. Or did I? No, I didn't hit the... Hold on. That was when I touched the ground. No, that's... Huh, interesting. That's just a weird little bug or whatever. Oh no, it's not a weird little bug. It's a... it's these being glitched inside these other things here, which is interesting. Also, you might have noticed I briefly accidentally disabled my engines because I thought my hands were on the WASD keys when they were actually on the whatchamacallits, the number keys still. Also, I noticed why it was so maneuverable. We have an SAS wheel on the front there, as I had highlighted. We also have, it looks like, are there more in here? Yes, there are. Aha! I have found out your secrets. Hiding SAS wheels to make it more maneuverable. It's a nice trick, actually. I do like that. It's cheating. It's cheating. But it is nice. It also makes me feel like I actually won't be able to uncontrollably spin this thing out because it has all these things in it to make it more controllable. Also, let's full throttle it because we're not going fast enough. Actually, that's a bad idea, what I was about to do, which was going to be to crash it. And I feel like I almost lost control for a moment there. I don't know. Let's try that again. Doing an extreme bank like that. No, doesn't look like it's losing control at all. Alright, let's pull up really hard. Right, pull up really hard. And then immediately slam down. And then do a little spin, like an inverse barrel roll. Nope, that's not spinning us out, really. It can go massively off of the velocity vector, but it still maintains control. I love the way this thing flies, and I really like the way it looks, and I am very, very happy with it. This is very nice. The only thing I don't like a little bit is the way these engines stick out on the bottom, but I understand that's a necessary evil with the way KSP works. So, you know, I don't blame you for that. Also, I just realized it is actually a drone, and that is, I mean, like, I should have noticed that sooner, and that is actually really cool as well. I also am really liking that. I'm also flying basically sideways here. That's perfectly fine. Alright, let's disable those engines, turn on these, and then just kind of fall into the ground in a weird sort of, still kind of doing a barrel loop towards the ground, and then we'll just pull up. And I'll put this at 1/3 throttle. And let's not run into the buildings. Thank you very much. Oh, shit. I'm gonna run into this. Ah! But fortunately, as it's a probe, no loss of Kerbal life. However, we can spin. That was nice. Did we break anything? I mean, other than the plane? Looks like we did not. Awesome. Let's go try the other version now. And, okay, that's actually flying. For a moment I thought that was stuck hovering in midair. So here we have the Zeus, which is actually the same plane, but now with BD Armory weaponry, which has, looks like we have 2 cluster bombs, a bunch of the smaller, I forgot what they're called, bombs, Mark 82s. We also have some AGM, or are these AIM? AGM 65. Okay, I forgot the number. At least I got the AGM part right. Oh, we also have, oh, there's hidden little rockets. Oh, you've changed the intakes. Wait, this has, like, I don't know if the other one had these intakes here. If it didn't, then you've just moved the intakes and, you know, significantly reduced the number of intakes. If these were here, then you've just significantly removed the number of intakes in order to fit more weaponry, which is interesting. We also have sidewinders. That's really cool. I hope this has a weapon manager on it. If it didn't, that'd be kind of dumb, to be honest. It just would be. And I've also noticed this. There's a little strut going across here. I guess the extra weaponry makes it bend a bit, so he put that on there to make it stay together better. Just a guess. And if you look at me accidentally clicking the wrong buttons somehow, the center of lift is actually a little closer to the center of mass on this one. Interesting. I think the engines have been slightly balanced differently. No, actually looks like it's pretty much the same thing. It's a little bit different, slightly different in a couple ways, but otherwise pretty cool. Let's go ahead and give this a launch from, no, not the carrier. Oh, you know what? It does have VTOL capabilities, so we can actually launch it from here. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, here we are on a helicopter pad. Let's go ahead and fire up. Hit the wrong button. Either that or he hasn't... Oops! The action groups are different on this one. I've just deployed flares. Oh, it shoots it in up and down. Interesting. Let's see, where have those gone? Oh, the other ones, they vanish up there. Okay, cool. Kerbal Space Ram. Oh, look at this. It's got like the flags on it, like the different research things or whatever. This is actually... What is this? I think it was supposed to be like a research vessel, right? The USS Odyssey, I believe this launch site was called. Like I said, he has actually no action... Well, maybe not no action groups, but okay. 1, fires flares. 2, does nothing as far as I can tell. 3, selected a weapon. We might accidentally fire a weapon into the pad. 4, turns on which engines? The VTOL engines. Okay, good. That's what we wanted. That was 4. Let's go ahead and take off before we start pushing more buttons. I probably should have read the action groups thing. I assumed it would be the same, but you know what? The fact that this has BD Armory is reason that I should have, you know, looked into it. But yes, you can see we can very easily take off, despite being fully loaded with weaponry. Let's go ahead and hit 5. That's going to activate the rear engines. Okay. 6. Doesn't appear to have done anything. Turning off the rear engines again, at least temporarily. 7. Nothing. 8. 9. Oh! 0 fired everything. Except, you know, for all of those, because there's a lot of them. Also, the volume seems to be... Yeah, the volume on those, on all of BD Armory stuff, it seems, completely ignores my volume settings, which is quite annoying, actually, because, you know, I have the volume set very low so that you can hear me over things. But I guess instead you just get this. And that's how you empty your entire weaponry in, you know, very quickly. So, very, very quickly. Alright. Let's, Nope, nope. 3, 2, 1. I mean, that's not what I wanted to do, but... There we go. I believe I've disabled our vertical engines, so we're just flying on the horizontals now. Yeah. Alright. Let's pull up before we hit the water. Alright, I'm gonna fly out a bit, and then I'm gonna fly, turn around, come back, and I believe I'm gonna regret this decision, what I'm about to do. Just a guess, but I think I'm going to regret it very much, especially because the angle I'm coming in at is a very bad angle. But yeah, this isn't gonna work. Let's abort. Oh shit! Too late to abort. Oh, never mind. Wasn't too late to abort. Let's fire more flares. Oh, I already used them all. I forgot. Well, in any case, thanks for watching. As always, downloads in description. See you in space. Gonna crash into this thing's face. Or not. Because this thing's so much more maneuverable than I expect it to be constantly. Which is actually very useful. Also, I just noticed you can, and now they're gone. Come back. There you go. You can see the shadows of those two things down there. Which is really cool. See you in space.